So I have the garden set up now. I also got rid of fancy block particles. And as soon as I did, I gained another 20 FPS. Easy. So that and the rain was actually kind of bugging me a bit. I don't like the rain that it gives. So, here, witch. She actually did nail me with that, huh? Freaking poison right to the face, too. Great. I love being poisoned. It's wonderful. Alright, let's go ahead and... Alright, making sure I didn't have any sugarcane that fell down. Yep, here's our wonderful industrial hemp farm, which, I mean, it's not doing bad. I went ahead and made myself a watering can from extra utilities as well to try to speed up some of the growth here. The main reason for that was to get seeds, but it does help kind of get to the hemp to the point where it'll start growing tops. You like that one right there. But once hemp gets the first stage fully grown, it actually is fairly quick at getting... Okay, hello. Putting off the top that you can then harvest. Alright, any more leaves? Nope, okay. Alright. So we ended up with what, another 30 industrial hemp off that? Not bad. There we go, and I guess that can go in there. We get a bit of redstone off the witch, that's just not bad. And some glass bottles, which, sure, why not? Go ahead and give me, like, 4 of these. I'm gonna just make some sticks out of that, put the potion away. And then I can go through and be like, hey, make me as much of this as I can. 21. That's a start because I need 6 per windmill sail, so I need 48 of these things. And that was just about 2.5 stacks to make 21. So got a lot of hemp I still need. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and toss this here, I guess, for now. Alright, so... Misk-er. Crop sticks actually wouldn't be terrible for a hemp farm. Well, actually for farming in general. I just don't really want to get into agrocraft quite yet. But the sooner you get into it, like, the better it is, right? Let's see. Really, handheld crafting table's a thing, huh? Craft table with a stick. Cool. Aurora Borealis, learn how to disable potentially annoying mods. Okay. Sound physics makes everything echo. If you don't like it, go to mod options, search, and disable. Dynamic surroundings adds different things. And it's got a huge amount of issues. Or not issues, options. And actually, it has like no issues. It's an amazing mod, but it's very handy, whatnot. So, fancier rain does not come from that. Rain, like the ripples you see on the water and stuff when it's raining, comes from dynamic surroundings. Fancy block particles did the giant, like, square blobs of water hitting the ground. So, lag goggles, which is always fun as well. You're going to hit insert, and then you can actually profile, you know, how the world is running and whatnot, and you can actually, then it'll break it down, like if entities are causing issues, it'll actually break down which entities. And if you're opt or have cheats enabled, you can actually teleport yourself to that entity and take care of the issue, which is kind of nice. But it'll also, like, if you have a machine that is just freaking going nuts or whatever, it'll actually highlight the machine for you and whatnot. Very handy. It's very, very good on servers. Make a charm. All right. Charms give certain passive effects when one is a bauble. Okay, what do we got access to? Focus Sash, Sleep, Portal, Aggression, Gluttony, and Null. All right. This is like basically it auto voids whatever you set it to. Gluttony makes eating almost instantaneous. Aggression, I believe this is one that makes zombie pigment automatically hostile or something. Portal Charm is instantaneous portal transfer. Sleep Charm makes you sleep in an instant. I don't know how well that works with the Somnia mod though. And then the focus sash keeps you basically from dying in one hit. So I mean, not terrible. We also have compact machines. Okay, vector plates from dark utilities. Okay, same with traps from dark utilities as well. Give certain negative effects when stood on, usually implied by their name. Player hurts playing as a player would. Main trap, wither, flame, poison, weakness, damage, slow. Yeah. All sorts of fun stuff. And then there's the vector plates. You got 4 tiers, including an anchor plate. But it's basically conveyor belts, but the thing is, yeah, they don't prevent monsters from spawning. It's right there at the end of it. As far as mob spawning is concerned, the vector plates aren't there. They spawn on whatever blocks under the vector plate, technically. And like for Cursed Earth, it just goes nuts. Well, same as usual, honestly. All right. So I do have a water wheel. I've got a Kinetic Dynamo. Yeah, like where do I want to go next with this, right? Probably the connectors, actually. So I'm going to need to get myself some Hardened Clay. Let's just start off with like 16 of these. I'll set in there. Instead, it makes more smooth stone because, well, I'd used almost half a stack of it up so far. So it's like, yeah, I probably should. And tell you what, I'll make a couple of things here and get a couple more quests out of the way. Like that. No, actually, stone's not one, huh? Okay. But there's the chisel from the chisel mod. And stone used to be a thing, but Chisel and Bits has its own chisel as well. Which, there we go. Iron chisel. There we go. And we'll just go ahead and drop those things in there, because I'm not going to use them right now, but they're very, very awesome for decorating stuff, so. If decorations are your things, then those 2 mods are definitely worth it. Yep. Chisel from Chisel and Bits. Left click. A bit is 1/496th of a block. Basically, each bit is a pixel of the block. Color block crafter and tape measure. Yeah, let's go ahead and claim those. But you can place each pixel of a block and make actually a 3D image out of the block and so on and so forth. It's actually really cool. It's just very labor intensive. And the actual chisel, we can enter offset wand and 64 anti-blocks. But there's, it's easy enough to kind of show this. Let me go ahead and grab, actually like this guy, and just grab a few of these. So you can pop this in here, and you can chisel into different variants. And I mean, all these wonderful things, right? But there's a lot of blocks that can be changed with this. Lots of blocks. I mean, there's like 3 pages here, right? Like there's the anti-blocks, which are chisel exclusive blocks, but basically they are completely flat. I mean, well, it's different because there's a lighting, but I mean, it's basically like a pure white block and whatnot. Like what works really good is like the black anti-blocks, because, well, you line a room with that, it's just completely just like pitch black. There's no lights, there's no shadows, it's just a void. But made out of blocks that you can walk on. It's kind of cool. But I mean, you can do carpets, you can do bookshelves, glass, factory blocks, which is another specialty block. There's all like lava stone, which is lava and smooth stone. There's water stone, which is kind of the same thing there. There's laboratory blocks, but we're more of a tech feeling. More factory blocks. There's water stone. There's void stone, which is kind of a magically kind of feel to it. And let's see, we got, the different wools. Actually, it's kind of toned down quite a bit too. There's usually like chiseled versions of like the metal blocks too, like the metal ingot blocks. Let's look at recipes for this. Okay, uses for this. Is there, yeah, chisel tab, here we go. So I think they're actually being hidden in here, hidden in JEI, but like there's all these different variants. There's just like iron blocks, and there's gold, and there's tin and copper and bronze and so on and so forth. It definitely appeals to like the decorator and people, honestly. It really does. Crafting calculator. I've never actually made this thing, so organic black. Okay, so black dye of any type. Yeah, I will worry about that later. My stuff should be done. Yes. All right. Now I need some copper. And I'm going to need my thing. Right? hammer and cutters. All right, so for power transmission, we need relays, which do not conduct power in or out of the block they're mounted to. That's what connectors are for. Relays are just to form midpoints between connectors. Also, a connector can only have one connection to it. Only one wire can connect to the connector. Relays can have, I think, up to 8. So if you need to like have power coming out of here and then going to these 2 blocks, you have to have a relay in the middle that'll then split the power. And there's different voltage tiers. If you run too much power through it, it'll burn up the wires on it, and so on and so forth. But let's go ahead and make some more wires, because I'm going to need some. I have to be able to transmit power somehow. There we go. But between the connector, relay, and those wires, I like to be able to transfer power around now, which is kind of nice, actually. All right, and we go back to immersive engineering. That was a quest, and I actually get to choose some wires for this. I'm going to choose some LV wires. I had 4, now I have 36. Wow. That's actually pretty handy because the these guys, they're used, well, you can insulate it. Oh yeah, by the way, if there's power playing through the wires, they'll shock you if you touch them. So keep them up, like, out of your way, unless you insulate them. Like in LV wires, you can insulate it with just pure tough fabric. But the copper coil blocks here is the thing. The turntables, magnetic glove, thermoelectric generators generates power based on heat differentials of blocks around it. Like you have a cold block on one side, hot block on the other, will actually produce power passively. It's kind of nice. External heaters, basically power any vanilla furnace with redstone flux, or well, IF, yeah, industrial flux. Tesla coils, Xanthus not out of things. Floodlights, lights up a huge area in front of it. Also prevents spawns in that area. Connect dynamo. Charging station, kind of enough said there. Current transformer can transform between like LV and MV, medium voltage, or medium voltage and high voltage, so on and so forth. It can only step up one at a time, though, step up or down once. So if you need to go from like high voltage to low voltage, you have to have 2 transformers. But like the Connect dynamos, early immersive engineering, that is your power source, is watermill and windmill. So let's go ahead and, I guess, up here, because I could put a windmill up here. I don't think there's enough room to put 2 up here, and this thing is freaking, it's 2 blocks wide, so it's going to be off-center no matter what. But let's go ahead and grab some more of this, because I do want to like upgrade that windmill all the way. Oh, hello. I need to charge my sword too. But something else I should do is make another power cell. Yeah, let's go ahead and put like that away for now. Hardened Clay can go in there. So power cell was like 4 iron, 2 and 2, right? I probably have those backwards, but nope, got it right. Okay, so yeah, simple power cell. So one of these, that was 36 redstone, 2 diamonds, 2 quartz. But these things, like I mentioned whenever I built this one, can wirelessly transfer power, which is rather nice, actually. And there we go. And you can go in there. And one of the reasons I want to do that is this thing is pretty much out of power. So I'm going to grab this power cell card from here. And see, how much of that did I end up with? Just 35. Like 4 more of these. I mean, for now, I'm just going to go ahead and set up the windmill. Because I don't feel like running water for a water wheel right now. Just me being lazy. And how about we put you like here, right? And we'll divine the house, finally. There we go. Windmill for the land. Now, are you going to start moving, or Now you're probably too close to the ground, actually. No? Oh, no, these vines here have to go. There we go. Now it's not gonna generate a ton of power, especially with no sails on there. The sails actually cover the blades here, and each sail improves the speed. Also, the higher it is, Y value wise, like the better the power as well. So we're gonna set all these sides to N though, and we're gonna put this here. And you can see it's got 40,000 already. That's because it's actually sharing power with the power cell downstairs. Like I said, the more windmill cells I can get, the better it'll be. But don't really have any. I can make a couple sails now. I'm holding off for questing reasons until I can make all 8 at once, though. Or until I have all 8 on me at once. Let's put it that way. And you can go away, right? And currently I don't need to have these, but they will definitely be nice to have here soon. So we're going to make some more tough fabric. Yeah, so there's our 4 more. And I can make 3 sails. So we're kind of sort of getting there. There we go, draining all the power out. And that windmill is a far better power supply than the heat generator is being passively heated. So, but also if I can do that, then it'll speed it up even more, which, not bad. Honestly, kind of worth it. All right, you are done, right? And we have 6 buckets in here, right? So that's 48. 48 planks is what I need here, so we'll just do like that. And boom, done. Empty the jerry can out. It makes it so much easier when running coke ovens to just use like a jerry can, or depending on what other mods you have installed, there's other things that do the same thing, like thermal reservoirs and portable tanks can do that as well. And you are done with that, so you can have that. Let's grab another like half stack of iron out of here, because we're going to need steel. Now, if I'm going to be getting into more into like immersive engineering, first thing I should make is a plate press. All right, so give me my book, which actually, that was one of the ones that actually went in here. And press, right? Yes, and immersive engineering has Clippy. So metal press. And you can go here, and it's a multi-block machine. Everything from immersive engineering is pretty much a multi-block. But it requires 2 steel scaffolding, 1 redstone engineering block, 1 piston, 2 conveyor belts, and 1 heavy engineering block. So, scaffolding, steel scaffold, that's a ladder. This one is 3 steel, sorry, and 3 steel rods, which you get 4 per recipe doing it like that. So scaffolding is not a problem. Engineering blocks, though, on the other hand, the redstone one is not bad at all. This is what allows the machines to be turned on and off with redstone signal. So, kind of important. But it's 4 iron, 4 redstone, and a copper, so those are not bad. The heavy engineering blocks, though, require 4 steel, 2 steel mechanical components, which are 4 steel plates and a copper ingot, or you can make them for half price in an engineer's workbench, as long as you have a blueprint, which you can actually make the blueprints, like crafting components here. This is the one we need. And it's iron, aluminum, copper, 3 lapis, 3 paper. Engineer's workbench basically just requires some treated wood, 3 planks and a treated wood fence, and a crafting table. So it's definitely worth investing in this thing, because like it cuts down the steel required by half for this. And then we need some pistons. We need some electrum, which is gold plus silver. So gold and silver. And go into here. And I still have that on me. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves this thing. Go ahead and grab a stack of that. Paper. One thing I needed from over here. I can't remember if there's anything else I needed. I don't think so off the top of my head. But we need iron. We need copper. And aluminum wherever you're hiding. There you are. 1, 2, and 3 lapis. So crafting components will be that. Now I need some treated sticks. So I can make some treated wood fence. I need a regular crafting table. So that was crafting table, fence, planks. Oh, quest complete. Look at that. I should have known better that it would be a thing, but I didn't even think about it. And then open this up and you just drop your blueprint here and it'll show you what you can make and it'll tell you what goes into them. Crafting components is iron and steel mechanical components. It is vacuum tubes and circuit boards. So now I just need you and 4 of you, right? I need 4 steel plates. I need 2 copper. Steel plates, copper. There's our mechanical components. ADU, let's go ahead and put the all the treated wood away here. I don't need that. Yeah, lime, because I need 2 of those because I need to make pistons. Just going to do that to use that up. 1, 2, 1, 2. There's that. I'm missing the electrum still, which is definitely done here, so. So there is our heavy engineering block. Removed 100 items. Damn. Yeah, you just need the sails, okay. Actually, what do you give me, though? Either specialized projectiles or arc furnace electrodes. These 2 blueprints you cannot make. You can trade for them from villagers, or you can find them in loot chests, but that's about it. We're going to go with probably arc furnace electrodes for now, because that is one that I tend to use more often. But I'm definitely making the gun from immersive engineering, so. You can also use this workbench here to modify things. Like, say, you make the revolver from immersive engineering, you drop it in here, and it'll change this display here, but you can do things. You can add on optional equipment to it. You can add a skin to it, so on and so forth. The drill is the same way. That's actually how you put the drill bit in the mining drill. And there's an iron and a steel drill head, which is always fun. And then this thing actually runs off of like biodiesel or whatnot, which is, hey, biodiesel capsules. Look at that. And let's see, what else is there? There's the railgun and the chem thrower also go into that table to be customized. But metal press. And look at a completed metal press. All right, cool. Whenever I was doing quests using immersive engineering, I always just tied it to the advancement instead. But and that works. One thing that I need to worry about, though, is the fact that I need a ton of leather. So how do you get pelt again? I have to kill foxes. Oh, that's great. I mean, I know where some are, but I mean, they're kind of cute. I don't like doing it. But I'm also running out of room down here. I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and make a redstone engineering block first. And we'll just do like that and like that. Now, if we look at our manual, which, by the way, remembers what it was open to last, you can actually say, hit pause. There we go. And you can actually grab it with your mouse. You can turn it around. I unfortunately can't zoom in. But yeah, if you hit play, it'll build it block by block for you. So I need another piston here. Oh, and also if you mouse over this, it'll actually give you a checklist, which is kind of cool. And I need to get steel scaffolding made, which was like that for steel rods. There we go, steel scaffolding. I need a piston. Dang it. And there we go. That will work. Right, so let's go ahead and start putting this down. So you can go there. You need a scaffolding in front of and behind you. This one will go here, and then the heavy engineering block will go here. So now let's go ahead and get away, some of this excess stuff put away. And yeah, I'm already running out of room for everything. One thing you can do as well is you can use the engineer's hammer to rotate pistons. Because this thing actually has to be... Go in there. Oh yeah, that's word. Oh yeah, you're done. Okay. This thing actually has to be pointed down. If the engineer's manual shows like a block with multiple faces or multiple rotations, like a piston or a few other things, pay attention to it. It'll show you which direction the block has to go. Like there's a couple of them that use pistons, and there's a few other things too. But it has to be exactly done right. But now I need conveyors. Just regular basic conveyor belts. I can make it out of rubber. Okay. Bingo. Awesome. So let's go ahead and do this. So I need to make a tree tap now, which is just 5 planks in this wonderful little shape here. Makes an IC2 tree tap, which I've got rubber trees out here. Hello, spider. So you just take this wonderful tree tap here and you right click on the dots, and it'll spit out sticky resin for you. And the yellow dots do regrow over time, which is quite nice. And there are, I think it's Ender.io actually has integration so that its farming station can harvest rubber for you from rubber trees, which is rather handy, actually. Oh, there we go. But the rubber tends to fly out in random ways. All right, and I guess while we're here, I can do a quick harvest of this stuff. And there are ways to speed up the growth of crops in this pack. So one of the things is Agricraft actually has ways of doing it. I don't feel like getting quite into that yet. I need to make a water tank, and I got to fill the water tank up right now because it's not raining. It's just like just a big old hassle. Not really, but it's just, I need more wood before I do that because water tanks are basically made out of wood. And then you can do that. There's 6 more. So getting closer. Inch by inch, getting closer anyway. That, and then that. And I need 2 iron and a redstone now to make conveyors. Which I am glad that it has the alternate recipe here for the conveyor belts. Now when you go to place these, you can actually see there's an overlay of an arrow. It'll point which direction it's facing. Now for the metal press, you want both belts that you have to place. There's one here and one here facing the same direction. There we go. And they're both going the same way. Now you just come over here, and if the piston's in the right orientation, just give it a right click. And boom. We have a metal press. So one thing I need to do, though, now that I have a metal press, is actually have to make metal press molds. Also, that's a lot of conveyor belts. That's kind of handy. All right, so yep, we'll move entities in the direction they're pointed. Pretty good for early game automation, and just frankly look great. And also they have basically, effectively infinite throughput. You can drop any amount of items you want on there, and the only thing that's going to be an issue is your frames per second because of how many entities there are. But it's, and they will automatically insert into inventories. There's an extraction upgrade, so you can extract from inventories too. But let's see what else would there be. A few things. There's splitter belts. There's dropping belts. I mean, there are all sorts of things. Immersive engineering is designed to automate a gigantic factory using only items from that mod, and it does an amazing job at it. But yeah, click it with an engineer's hammer to turn it, and sneak click to set it if it's at an incline. You can go up and down hill with it, so on and so forth. If it's pointed at inventory, it'll automatically deposit items in, and they can be dyed by right-clicking them, and a redstone signal will disable them. Also, there is a variant conveyor that you can craft one by one that ignores redstone signals. But I'm thinking what I need to get into first here is I need to find some steel. That is boron. That is not steel. There it is. Okay. So I need 6. 6 of you and that. Now I also need 1, 2, 3 of you. 3 paper. We're making another blueprint now is what we're doing. So paper, lapis, 1 steel plate, and that'll make metal press mold's blueprint. Now give me my engineer wire cutters again. We're going to come over here and we're going to swap out our blueprint. And drop those in there, and I want to make a metal press mold plate. Takes 5 steel plates and engineer's wire cutters. What else we got? 2x2 packing mold, rods, wire, which is something I need to do soon too. Unpacking, packing 3x3. So this will craft things in a 3x3 pattern if it goes onto the press. So this will craft things in a 2x2. This will unpack condensed blocks, like say an iron block, it'll break into ingots for you. There's even a mold for gears and for bullet casings. But we're grabbing ourselves this guy. Now, relay and connector. All right, so I need that RF tools wrench again. Output. Oh, okay, my mouse button's stuck. So we're going to put a relay, yeah. And you can see it's actually got power now. And we're actually going to also stick a relay, or sorry, connector there. And then I'm going to put a relay here on the ceiling. What we're going to do is like this. Also, these wires cannot transfer through blocks, which is why I can't go straight to that thing. And there we go. And now you can see the metal press itself is filling up with power. Awesome. Now, like I said, I need 5 more steel plates to make a wire mold. And it doesn't take a lot of power, and it looks cool. It's got awesome sounds. I mean, it's just an amazing thing. So, also, if you put a chest at the end of this thing, it will just automatically insert to the chest. But we'll go here and we'll be like, hey, give me that, would you? The wire mold. Now, right now, it's 1-to-1. You have to smash your copper ingots or any ingot into plates, then hit it with some wire cutters. Use the press mold. A, it's a 1-step operation. And by the way, just right-click to swap these out. And B, it's actually 2 wires per ingot. I screwed that up. There we go. Yep, there we go. It was 2 wires, 4, 6, and 8. It's not necessarily the fastest machine, but it doesn't have to be because, well, immersive engineering is designed along the idea of having a backlog of resources, not exactly crafting on demand. But we can just go through now. I can just make some more wire coils. Boom. I didn't really need those right now because I got a bunch from a quest, but, you know, it's not terrible. And let's go ahead and toss our rubber into here for now. All right, so construct a silo for items, construct a fluid tank. And the silo and the tanks are huge multi-block structures that hold an insane amount of items. Well, items and or liquids. Granted, like the tank only holds 1 liquid, the silo only holds 1 type of item, but they can hold obscene amounts of those items. So, I mean, not terrible. But let me go ahead and get a chest. I might have one made, but I'll just make another one. And give me a hopper. That's complete hopper. Okay, cool. What you can do is you can put the hopper here and have it feed onto that belt, and it'll automatically deposit items for you. Because I've got 5 steel left. I need a bunch of steel plates so I can upgrade my blast furnace. 27 to be exact. Well, I've got 22 here, so I need 5 more. Which is, it's cooking up. Oh, yes, I have a wrong mold in there. And you're still not working, huh? Do you not like that anymore? Do I have to, like, feed you in from the side or something? Nope, you want to go into a regular conveyor first and then into that. Okay. All right, let's see if I can do this without shocking myself. Yep, okay. But yeah, I mean, seriously, yeah, the wires hurt. A fully powered high voltage wire could actually one-shot you without armor on if you're not careful. So, be aware. Now, where did I put my conveyors at? Oh, right, they're still in my inventory. All right, well, put you here so I get a block to place this on. The conveyors can float, but it's easier to see the arrow if you're placing it directly on a block. And there we go. Early game automation. And it's automatically inserting into the chest. Now, the problem is hoppers tend to push items faster than the press can handle. So if you're doing a really super large craft, do keep an eye on it because things might despawn, because items on belts will despawn or can despawn. So that is definitely a thing. There we go. Yep, definitely getting there with that. And yeah, I have produced 1 steel ingot in the meantime, so I still need like 4 more. But I mean, it's not terribly slow, but it definitely could be faster. The other reason I like putting a chest here is this is where I keep my extra molds. So. But I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. Got better power going now. I've got a little bit of processing going. I still don't have even like ore doubling at this point, though. That should probably be something I work on. But if I go with the immersive engineering route, that's going to require a lot of steel. Let's see if I can find here. Right. Heavy machinery, crusher. This thing, right? It is a big machine. But we're looking at 9 hoppers, 8 steel fences, 10 light engineering blocks, 10 steel scaffolding, and a redstone engineering block. And it requires a decent amount of power. And it looks and sounds awesome, so I'm probably going to end up making it, but definitely need more steel. But definitely have to improve the blast furnace first, because that way I can automate it and just like set several stacks at a time of going through here. And it's just a little less to worry about. So this will be 25 then? All right, yeah. So I need 2 more steel after this. But thank you for coming out. I hope you're enjoying the series, and until next time, signing out. Have fun.